What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns doing a Rare Rides update video. A few months back, in case you were wondering, I did several videos on the rare rides that have been spawning around Grand Theft Auto Online for current-gen consoles, Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Now, before the dawn of the current gens in November 2014, most of us were still playing Grand Theft Auto Online on the last-gen consoles, the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Some of you still are. And as most of you know, one of the ways to make money in the game is, of course, stealing cars, aka Grand Theft Auto. Now, on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, before current gen, there was several cars you could steal, and some of them were more valuable than others at Los Santos Customs, like the Baller and the Felons. They each sold for $9,000, and of course the Felon GT for $9,500, along with all these other cars up on the screen right now, part of my old tips series I did a few months back. Feel free and go check out that playlist if you need some tips on how to get better at playing Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, since the relaunch of Grand Theft Auto Online on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, there have been some rare rides that people have found that I did videos on, and they turned out to be worth a lot more than the Baller or the Felons. However, following the Heist update, I have noticed over the past several weeks, because I've been testing this, that some of the rare rides have unfortunately apparently been removed by Rockstar. That includes the gold and chrome dubsters that used to spawn up in Vinewood Hills. They were each worth $23,000 at Los Santos Customs. They're both gone now, sadly. And next is the yellow and blue Sand King XLs. They spawned up in Paleto Bay by the ammunition. The yellow one was worth $17,000. The blue one, $18,000. As far as I can tell, the yellow and blue Sand King XLs have also been removed from Grand Theft Auto Online following the Heist update. However, there are still some rare rides that remain in the game for now. And we're going to re-review those rides in case this is the first time you've ever heard about the rare rides that you can make a few more bucks on than, say, the Baller, the Felon, or the Felon GT. And they also look really cool to add to your collection. Like with the yellow and purple Sentinel XSs. They both still spawn, as far as I can tell, on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 up at Rockford Hills by the Eclipse Towers during the nighttime between 2000 hours and 4 a.m. The yellow one will get you $15,000, and the purple one, my favorite of the two, because that's what I unofficially call the Crow Club car, which is the crew I belong to and am the de facto leader of. The purple Sentinel XS will get you 17 G's in your pocket at Los Santos Customs, and currently it is the best deal that you can get when it comes to the rare rides. So for the most bang for your buck, that is the car to currently steal. It used to be the gold or chrome dubsters, but as I have discovered over the past few weeks of testing it over and over and over again, they no longer exist in the game. So that is the most expensive car that you can sell, the purple Sentinel XS, which spawns along with the yellow Sentinel XS up in Rockford Hills by Eclipse Towers. Next are the rat loaders, the sweet looking yellow and green rat loaders up by the garage in Paleto Bay. They spawn around the daytime period between the hours of 8 a.m. and 1500 hours. Both these trucks look awesome, by the way, and are modded just like all these other rare rides. The yellow rat loader will get you $12,000, and the green one will fetch you 10 grand at any garage, including the one up at Paleto Bay. Next are the rare BF surfers that spawned on the beach north of Fort Zancudo, and that happens in the evening times. And there's several cool looking ones, and they all list for under $10,000. There's various price tags. For example, the pink and teal one is probably the most expensive of the bunch. That one will get you about $8,000. But then there's a couple that will get you a lot less. But overall, those rare BF surfers are cool looking, and they will fetch you more than the average BF surfer you see driving around. And if you go to the San Andreas website, it's because you take the price tag that they sell for, and then you get 10% of that. So you would only get for the average BF surfer. For these, you get a little bit more. But the other vehicles that also spawn up there around the beach north of Fort Zancudo, the Bifta, and of course the topless Kalahari, they do spawn as well, but unfortunately you cannot keep or sell those vehicles. But they're still fun to drive around. Heading southbound back to Los Santos at the Rockford Hills Los Santos Customs, there are several rare muscle cars that still spawn there, including both Ruiners and both Sabres. Average price under $20,000. Well, most of them are going to get you under $10,000, except for the sweet looking red and blue Sabre. That'll get you about 15 grand. So that's the most expensive muscle car that still spawns. There used to be a light blue modded Dominator that would get you about 20, 21 grand, but that has been removed from the game as well, as far as I can tell. By the way, the muscle cars usually spawn every now and then at Los Santos Customs Rockford Hills between the hours of 8 a.m. and 1800 hours. Now, since Heist, I have noticed some new rare rides that have spawned at the same location. Rockford Hills, Los Santos Customs. The bad news is you cannot keep them and you cannot sell them, but they are still fun to drive around in. I'm talking, of course, about the Infernus. That's right, I know the Pegassi Infernus is one of the supercars that happens to spawn around the map, along with the Bullet and the Voltic, but these are rare because they have unique color combinations, and to be honest, I think they look cool. Well, I think the purple one looks really, really good. So much so, in fact, I actually went to Legendary Motorsports, dropped $440,000, and then I went to Los Santos Customs and I gave it an identical paint job to the purple one that spawns. Now, what you want to do, if you're interested in basically having the same color as that awesome purple Infernus that spawns at Los Santos Customs, take it into Los Santos Customs after you buy it, then give it a bright purple main color for the primary, then go down to pearlescent and give it a hot pink, and that will give you a virtually identical Infernus to the one that randomly spawns there. However, there's more, because I found yet another Infernus that spawns there as well. A light yellow greenish Infernus. I honestly don't like the look of this Infernus as much as the bright purple one, but some of you might. You may say this is a cooler color combination than the other, and the same thing goes. They randomly spawn at Los Santos Customs. You can't keep them, you can't seal them, but technically you don't break into them because they're unlocked. So you can jump into the Infernus, drive it around to your heart's content. Eventually it'll despawn if you go off to a mission, a race, or you go too far away from the Infernus, but it's still fun to play with. And then I found one more car, which means there may be other rare rides spawning around Los Santos Customs that I've yet to find, including this Rapid GT that randomly spawns at Los Santos Customs. I think it's a really cool looking green paint job, but I'm not really a fan of the Rapid GT. I had it a long time ago. Decided to buy it off Legendary Motorsports at the time. Drove it around for a little bit, but then got tired of it and sold the Rapid GT back to Los Santos Customs. Obviously not getting all my money back, but one of the cool things about having it spawn at the Rockford Hills Los Santos Customs is you don't break into it. You can steal it, you can drive it around for a little bit before it despawns, just like you can with the Infernuses. And by the way, if you happen to have seen a rare vehicle spawning at Los Santos Customs or any other location on the map for Grand Theft Auto Online on current gen Xbox One and PlayStation 4 since Heist was dropped a few weeks back, be sure and let us know below in the comments section.